You go to Addison, Texas or Scottsdale, Arizona, here's what I want you to do. Go to the Cantina Laredo restaurant in Scottsdale on Frank Lloyd Wright, or in Addison, Texas on Beltline Road. If you go to the one in Addison, talk to Patrick, he's the manager. If you go to the one in Scottsdale, ask for Dave, he's the manager. Tell him you know about the Friend of Randy Pennington card, and they will give you either an order of tableside guacamole or a piece of chocolate cake. Now the tableside guac, it's like nectar of the gods, folks, I got to tell you. I mean, it really good. And the cake, I'm not talking like a dinky piece of chocolate cake here. We're talking one of those 7-layer things. It weighs about 6.5 pounds. You know, that kind of thing. Takes you about 3 days to eat. That's what we're talking about. Now, why would I tell you this? Well, first off, I get nothing from this. I tell you this because of this guy. This is Fernando the waiter. He was my first service experience at Cantina. And here's the good test. If the people you serve are not selling for you, there's work to be done. If the people that we serve are not selling for us, there's work to be done. Now, Fernando is my waiter. I just saw Fernando again Saturday night. Let me tell you how it works. Now, I'm going to tell you that my wife and I are there a lot, but if you go in there, there's a little plaque on the bar with our name on it. I'm there about 35, 40 times a year minimum. When I'm not traveling as much, I'm there usually 3 times a month, always, at least 3 times a month. And so when I walk in, Fernando knows exactly what my drink order is going to be. And I never have to ask. He just brings it. He knows that I prefer flour tortillas rather than chips, and so I automatically get that. He knows that I prefer ranchero sauce rather than queso, so I automatically get that. That is fundamental for Fernando. And you would think somebody's in there 35, 40 times a year for as many years as I've been going there, you'd sort of know what to expect, wouldn't you? So that's a fundamental at this point. Initially, it was amazing. So where is the distinctive that adds value? Let me tell you. Fernando, when he went on vacation last year to his home state of Jalisco, brought me back a t-shirt. I'm a customer. He brought me back a t-shirt. Now, it's an obscene t-shirt, and I'm not allowed to wear it outside the house. But he brought me one, okay? Now, a few months after that, I was in Japan, speaking in Japan. I brought him a t-shirt. Now, it's written in Japanese. For all I know, I brought him an obscene t-shirt. All I know is he's wearing it everywhere now. But more important than that, last fall, when Fernando was heading to Dubai to be on the training team for the Cantina Laredo restaurant that opened in Dubai, he was going to be gone for 3 weeks. And when my wife and I walked in, he brought a waiter over to us and said, "I'm going to be gone for the next 3 weeks. This is the person who I'd like for you to talk with and use while I'm gone. I've told him your drink preferences. I've told him your food preferences. I've told him everything about you, and I want you to use this person." Then he turned to that individual and said, "These are some of my best customers. When I get back, I'll be asking them how you did." Now let me ask you, is that distinctive? Now, is it any wonder to you that this is a guy who works in a medium-priced Mexican food restaurant, and 75 to 85% of his tables every single week come from repeat and referral business? Why? His customers love him so much that they're selling for him. So how does that happen?